Erica.
Erica's missing. Okay. So, approval of agenda?
Our motion, yeah.
I motion.
Okay. Recommendations, so we've approved it. Disclosure of any pecuniary interest and the nature thereof.
I got nothing.
I have nothing.
Good. Okay. Approval of the minutes from our November 11th meeting.
Good.
Looks good.
Easy, okay. Do we need a mover and a seconder on that?
I'll second. I think Lori moved.
Okay, cool. Financial report, Carol.
Okay. So I'm not sure if we may have mentioned, I can't remember, but the Horticultural Society gave us their yearly donation. And I don't know if we mentioned how much it was, but it was $240. So that's gone into the bank. I'll talk about the financial part with our event when we talk about the event. So the balance on the bank account was, as of yesterday, was $39,759.76. I paid the oil bill, and at this point, that's all I've got.
Good stuff. Okay. Rental updates, none to report, so that's done. Business arising from the previous minutes. So we have our holiday event fundraiser update. Maybe we can just go around. I wasn't there, so Carol and Lorianne, if you want to start, talk about how Friday night went. And then we'll go to Melanie, you can talk about Saturday, and then Danielle, you can talk about Sunday, and then we'll get a total report after from Carol.
Okay. Lori, you can do Friday.
People were waiting. So I think the community really came out, like at least Friday night, obviously planned. So our social media, I feel, worked. And I felt we collected good. Yeah.
That's good.
We were waiting, they were ready, it went fast. The 2-hour thing was, I think, perfect. It didn't lag on too long.
Yeah, that's good.
We definitely hit those people that were planning on giving to any kind of thing for this time of year, and made our hall their stop for their seasonal donations. So yeah.
Okay. Melanie, you want to talk about Saturday?
Sure. It went pretty good. It wasn't like constant people. It was people here and there, but a lot of food was dropped off. We got a lot, I think, of sweet potatoes. We got bags and bags of those. I think a farmer brought them in. So, but I know I filled up at least 2 tables while I was there on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Danielle? So Sunday was obviously, there's 2 sides to Sunday. So Sunday was good. We didn't have a whole lot of donations. We had little bits of donations, but the feedback I got from Sunday was kind of, unfortunately, a negative one. I had a lot of little kids show up in hopes to see Santa who didn't attend because he had been conveyed a message that apparently Zach and I didn't want anybody outside of our COVID bubble, which we had never said. So unfortunately, Roy didn't show up on Sunday. There was a couple of kids that were visibly upset, like unfortunately they were crying and things like that. There was one mom with a new baby that said she was super excited because she didn't have to try and brave the malls to see a Santa, to get babies for Santa pictures and things like that. that's kind of the negative feedback. On the positive note of it was we did have a lot of people come in. We had 2 or 3 people come in and drop off just straight cash donations. So in that, not necessarily getting a lot of actual canned food, but we were able to hand over a couple of cash donations to the food bank. So
Very good.
Okay. Yeah, it's sad, and I'm hoping they maybe made it out to maybe one of the Stainer ones where they were doing the tours with the Santa Claus. But Carol, do you want to talk about cookies and the total amount raised?
Sure. So unfortunately, we did miss one cookie order because of just, it wasn't an e-transfer. So that, of course, makes my life easy to keep track of everybody. So that sort of, I dropped the ball on that one. It kind of got missed.
Did she call in?
No, she messaged us. She reached out and we, you know, apologized, you know, profusely, like we were so sorry that we missed it, we dropped the ball. She was like, that's okay, it's, you know, she was gonna go find a gingerbread house to make with her. I guess she had some adult mentally handicapped people. So
Yeah.
so it wasn't a total disaster, which is always my fear with social media. So I think that's, you know, as much as we hate technology and doing things that way, when it's this type of, I think we do really need to stick with our do it by e-transfer. Then there's no, you know, it's easily tracked. So I felt kind of really bad that happened, but she was quite gracious, so that was good.
Yes, she was. She was a little upset, but yeah.
So
But
yeah.
she was okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I don't know, Roy was coming on Sunday, so I don't know what happened. Maybe it was just the way he misinterpreted it, whatever. We reached out to make sure he wasn't sick or something because he's had issues. And his wife had said, no, he just was kind of felt that he was under the understanding that maybe he wasn't supposed to be there on Sunday because he wasn't in a bubble. So that's a misunderstanding. So that's why it's important that we always make sure that we pay attention and we go back to our minutes. What did we talk about was our plan, right? So we originally were asking him to do Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
That's what I had asked him for. So I don't know where he got that other message.
I don't, and it maybe was, he misinterpreted something that was said.
Somewhere, yeah.
Anyway, so about our cash donations that we received during that, people had left some money. So we got $127.75 in cash donations. And then our cookie sales were sold out. Some of our buyers were a little bit more generous. So we actually raised $270 in our cookie sales.
Nice.
But, yeah, so we dropped the check off with the food. Lori and Wayne did that. And then the cash, and then I dropped the check in on the Sunday, yes. And they were busy packing their shelves when I was there, so they were very, very happy to see that come in. So, good job.
Yeah, I think
Very good, everyone.
Yeah, feedback too from Sunday, just from people. They were kind of excited that they're hoping this is going to be an annual thing in Brentwood. It was expressed that it was a great idea to do the cookie kits, and it was an awesome idea that they had the opportunity to come somewhere local and they know it's going to support Clearview. Because one woman said, I do the majority of my shopping in Angus, but I live in Brentwood. She says, and I don't shop at Foodland and Creemore or Stainer, so it's hard for me to get the donation to the food bank. So she was really, really happy and really thankful that we were able to be there for the 3 days. So
yeah, that was good.
That's good.
Good.
Okay. Anyone else for the holiday event?
We had an extra visitor Friday night.
Oh, yes, we'll get to that in new bits.
We're going to get to that in a minute.
We're going to get there. So, I got Girl Guides. Anyone have an update on that, or are we still waiting on that one?
Yeah, we're still waiting on that one. They don't know what's going on because they're going by Girl Guides Canada. And now that we've gone into red, they may be shut down.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just leave that one. Okay, new business. First, we're going to talk about our unwanted visitors to the hall. So we did have the bat, which we were aware of that the bats are getting back in again, because we had found a dead one or two or three. And then when you guys were there, there was a live one flying around. Obviously, screams were heard throughout the town. No big deal.
Wasn't that bad?
We also have been told by the water department that there was some mouse droppings. So we obviously have mice. So I guess what my suggestion is one, we're going to have to contact the exterminator that came the last time bats, because I'm all. Secondly, I can't imagine anyone would like to volunteer to be a mouse catcher, killer, sticky pad thrower outer. So we would also need to hire someone to handle that. So I think we're going to have to budget for it, and we're probably going to just have to hire someone who's going to come in and take care of the dirty work.
Now, would our bat guy do that type of stuff as well? I guess we could just ask him. Like,
I think it should, whatever, exterminators, is that what they're called?
yes.
Pest control people, I would assume,
They should
like
be.
flying rats and walking rats are kind of the same.
Should we be contacting somewhere like Arkin, who does like regular monthly or bi-monthly visits, and
Yeah.
they set the traps rather than just like a one-time exterminator? Should
Right.
we make
Well, so that's what I'm not sure if this exterminator was one time. Like, we only asked for the bat to be
Okay.
done, but I
Okay.
believe it's one that the township uses.
okay?
So like, they probably use them frequently, but I guess my first step would be I'll reach out to Terry and see who that was.
Mhm.
And then I think it's something we're just going to have to take on. Obviously, it's an old building. I can probably get Tim there at some point to like maybe do some spray foaming on any holes that he sees. But like, let's be honest, like it's an old schoolhouse. Like there's probably 1,000 ways for things to
Oh,
get
yeah, because it only takes a tiny hole for them to get in, right?
Well, yeah, and we got
Yeah,
like the
so-
exterior holes from the wires that we run for small hauls, for the grounding
Yeah.
plates and stuff like that. So they're finding an easy way in.
Yeah, and we're getting to the cold temperature, so they're moving in to stay warm. So,
Yeah.
I mean, at least for the winter, it could be a good option just to have someone that we know that is going to be taking care of that.
Okay.
So they're not wanting
Melanie?
rampant in there.
Melanie, do you know who we're using in evening? Because we have him on contract. He comes in every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Okay.
country something or other.
Yeah. I don't know if we can go back and find them in our minutes, but in evening, we have somebody on. He comes in every 2 weeks or once a month.
Yeah,
Right-
that's
right
exactly
now,
what we're
we have
looking
him
for.
once a month.
Because the biggest
Okay.
thing that attracts them as much as the weather, if there's no food in there, it's going to decrease. So there obviously is no food in there to attract them. Then they're just going to leave or whatever. But I know at Hope Acres we had, is it Orca?
Orkin,
Orkin.
O-R-K-I-N.
It's the same company that we had that did the bats.
Mhm.
And
Okay,
he comes in they set, I think they set live traps with poison. So they do die in those little boxes, but they
Yeah.
look after it. And,
Yeah, they dispose of everything.
yeah.
Yeah, we can set the terms and conditions, whether we want them once a month, twice a month.
Right.
I think he comes in like every other month right now.
Yeah, because we're closed. He's not coming in as often, but he still goes in and checks to make sure. And if he sees a big variety of movement, then he lets us know and he comes in a little extra.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, well, Kristen, you want to touch base with Terry? And
Fear had that, yeah.
okay.
Okay. And then we'll have to discuss how much we're wanting to pay, but I'll probably line it up because we won't want to put it off too long.
So are you going to source a couple different quotes then, and then just come
Do I
back
have
to
to
the board?
if it's under? Do I have to source if it's under 5,000?
Nope. No, I don't think so.
Because I'm going to be honest, I really don't want to call a bunch of people.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work. So I'll start with one. And
Evening,
then maybe two.
uses, it's $60 to set up the system and then a $60 monthly requirement. That's what's in Aveny's minutes.
Oh, you found it? Okay, I
$60
was
to
just
set
looking.
up.
Yeah, it
And
doesn't say,
$60 a minimum.
it says, so like pest control will cost $60 to set up the system and $60 monthly requirement will decrease as the issue begins to be resolved.
Yeah.
So
Okay, that's not.
it doesn't say who they have.
I just looked up with the word country, and what came up was cottage country pest control, serves Simcoe County and nearby areas.
I wonder if it's country critters.
That sounds familiar.
Because there's
Yeah.
another one that's got like a really weird logo on the side of it.
Is
And
that DeBronay's son?
Sorry, it's city and country they use.
City and country, that's it.
Thank you.
What is?
City and country. Okay. Maybe I'll start with them just because they already have something going on with evening that maybe they are aware of the situation where we're just a hall sitting empty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they might be local.
905. I'm not sure where that is. Oh, Christ, that's a 5.
That's not local.
Huh.
Well, I mean, they could just have a 905 number.
Yeah.
Did they change? Because there's one here from 2018 that says they were using the fly guys for pest control.
No, we voted on the city and country or on them
Okay,
to come
so
because I think they had the cheapest rates, I think.
So yeah, then it did change.
Okay. I'll start with that and we'll get moving on it and make sure we get rid of these things.
Okay.
Next on new business, the freaking smoke detector battery is going off again for what feels like the 100th time in 2020. I don't know where we're getting our batteries from, but we need to upgrade to a better battery. And
Is this the one in the hall or the one in the back room?
the one in the back room that is above the water thing, which is also 35 feet off the ground.
Oh, that one.
That one. Don't think we have a ladder for it. The township does not
Is it-
appear to
Is it
be
hardwired?
available.
Where is it?
It's above the water thinger
The
that
water.
beeps. The water thinger that beeps in the back room. There's a smoke detector above it beeping. It's not hot water. It's a cleaner. It's Christ, guys, I have baby brain. I have no idea what I'm trying to say. Please, anyone help out.
It's a water filter system.
Oh, okay. The water filter. Oh,
It has the light that purifies the water.
oh,
Yeah. Oh, the osmosis or whatever.
But the unit is actually behind a glassed-in case,
okay.
and the smoke alarm is directly above it. So
you have to get a ladder that's big enough to go over that.
Is it actually 35 feet in the air? Or are we talking it's more like 20 feet in the air?
20. No, 18.
Probably 10
it's like
because
35.
that back room isn't that high.
Listen,
It's tall.
as
Who's
far
got a key for that
as
back
far as the tickies on a measuring table are concerned, it's a fuck ton of tickies. Okay?
It's up there.
It's all.
So our stepladder won't reach.
No,
So
but
here's the thing. Township isn't offering to change the battery.
Who's got a key for it? I'll take a look at it.
You have a key, Johnny. Donna
I don't
technically
have
has a
keys.
key.
Oh, Donna has it.
Donna has a key.
Donna has.
For the outside room?
I think it
Yes,
should.
Donna has my master set.
So there'd be one on there.
Just a minute. I know there's a couple of keys.
There's a few.
So it's the outside
there's only
door
like
around
3
the
or 4.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go in this weekend and take a look at it.
Yeah, there's 3 keys.
Because I guess what
Yeah.
I want to know is, like, can we move it maybe to a more accessible location
Like
for
to the
reaching?
right?
Because this happens quite often.
Well,
And
if it's above the water filter system and that, it'll be getting any condensation or heat or anything transferring up there. So
Hmm.
I'll take a look
Yeah,
at it.
because it's quite often that this happens.
I'll get Zach to pop in as well and have a look and see if he can rewire and potentially get a hardwired one so we don't have to keep messing around with batteries. So that way we can just get one
Yeah, 'cause
that's
I'm pretty sure it's just battery.
a
'cause it's an
10-year
exterior wall.
backup battery. So
Get Zach to give me a call and we'll get together.
sure.
We'll go down.
And then can I suggest we look at the one that's inside the hall that is literally 30 feet in the air up on the ceiling? And if we were going to do that, could we wire that one on the wall as opposed to up the ceiling? Like,
It's already hardwired in.
That
Zach hardwired it in, what was that, 3 years ago, babe?
the one up in the ceiling?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Zach
think that's why it probably hasn't gone off in a while.
That's why that one.
Yeah, because it's hardwired in. So
Good job, Zach. Good job.
yeah, he changed the
Thanks,
width
Zach.
to the
It has
new
a
width
battery
and
backup.
hardwired. Yeah, it has a 10-year battery backup on it. It's a sealed battery. So the only thing we'd have to do is take it down and make sure that it is still within that 10-year battery backup. Because after the 10 years, then we just have to switch out for a new one. But pretty sure when they dropped it off, it was only a year old, and Zach put it in a couple of years ago, so we should still be okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
But that's why that
So
one
just the
doesn't
one in the
keep
back
it in.
We'll check them both out. Get
Yeah.
Zach to give me a call and we'll get together this weekend sometime and we'll check that out.
Sounds good.
All right. Cool.
So that was those things that we needed to cover. Anyone have any new business to discuss?
Coming up in the new year, they're going to be getting a hold of the hall boards and seeing what you want to do with your halls, with the FADs or ADOA. They found some new regulations that with renovations to the halls, you don't have to comply with all the AODA, where they're
Okay.
you can go back to more of the FADs, just a bit of upgrades.
Oh, that's all
Oh,
right.
interesting.
So those big
So
budget,
they'll let us know exactly what it is that we have to do, and then I guess we'll have to discuss budgets with them.
yeah, like there's gonna be meetings coming up in the next couple of months to find out what the halls want, how much we're gonna be supporting the halls, whether you want to buy the halls out, whether you want to take them over.
Sorry.
There's a whole bunch of stuff thrown in that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
Meetings coming up February, March.
February, March, around budget time?
No, after budget.
After budget.
But we're already putting money into the budget for the halls.
Okay.
But there's a lot of stuff that's been taken out of the old AODA compliances because of renovations.
Right. Well, yeah, because I mean, what they were wanting was we could never feasibly have done it. There's no way.
No, but all that was based on new builds. Were you listening to that meeting the other night, Kayla?
Yeah, so I sit on, well, I don't sit on it, but I also help out for the Accessibility Advisory Committee. And they basically have just put forth a recommendation for council's consideration to amend the FADS document so that it's better for renovations. When we originally looked at the FADS document, we were looking at new build specifications and requirements. However, as we continue to learn and develop this document, we found that there are things better suited for our facilities, such as the renovation portions. So we're learning that the renovations portions can be utilized instead of the high level brand new builds. So that was Accessibility's recommendation to council. Council's going to take a look at those and then also consider, what was it? A phased in approach, so that you don't have to be 100% compliant right away, but how can we phase it in so it's more economical and feasible to get these things done? So
Makes sense.
that's what it is.
All right.
Okay, so we'll be keeping our eye open for that then.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
decision.
Everybody wants to get this going now, and as we're saying, well, now's the time to be doing the work. They're closed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's gonna be a
Makes
big
sense.
push.
Yeah.
Okay, anyone have anything else?
The glass is in our barrier.
Don't have to worry about it. So,
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I heard it looks good.
Oh,
Yep.
it is. Yeah.
Kristen, I'm not sure how we want to handle, or if it's an issue. Well, it obviously is an issue, but yet again, when the township was in the hall, lights were left on again.
Crazy.
It's kind of a nice, in one aspect, that people locally keep an eye on in the hall, but it
Mhm.
causes a little bit of blow up on Facebook. But somehow,
Yes, I know. The phone tree gets going.
yeah.
Okay,
So-
lights left on at hall. So maybe when I send my email, I'll just double check that they turn the lights off. And it's the inside lights of the hall, not the back room, right?
Yeah, this time it was the inside of the
Yeah, with all the inside lights that were left on.
Okay. Maybe we'll make a little sign that says, "Did you turn off the lights?" and stick it to the inside of the door.
I guess because they're there during the daytime, so they just don't even realize that they flicked it on, or I don't know. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Well, is that it, everyone?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yep.
So it looks like our next meeting is January 20th. Is that working for everyone? Just when we all are on the phone here?
Yep.
It is a Wednesday.
Sure.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right. No, that's what? January. Oh, wrong year. Hold on. 2021.
7 p.m. or 6:30?
7.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Meeting adjourned at 7:43. Tim, you can put the pacifier on.
I'm good. Thanks.
When was that meeting? January
January
20th
20th.
January
Yeah,
12th,
the 20th.
at 7.
7.
Never mind, she got it herself.
Ah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
She's an independent child.
Independent. She just does her own thing.
All right.
Okay, meeting adjourned 7:43.
All right.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.